I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I'll go, and I'll go. If I touch it, then it's gone, then it's gone. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I'll go, and I'll go.
For my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside.
Dollar. Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute, I'ma need me some.
For my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Washington Commanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go. 11.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
11.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. That is going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. They'll look to throw here. It's Incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The offense schemed, going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got him in. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Harris running straight ahead, and he'll fight forward on the straight ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defense in front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Amber Thomas. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
With how the coverage was positioned, up was about the only spot the quarterback had to try and deliver that pass. Just put a little too much height on it. Incomplete.
Now back to throw. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 33. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
52.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Right, 97. Ready?
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Ready?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Stephon Diggs from 4 yards out. And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, 49ers.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there. They just got a nice
rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward And how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas, and he works free. And the 49ers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
On one, ready?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow now off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Again, it's Henry. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-7. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Back to throw now on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Ready.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll look to throw again. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down.
Here we go.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Black Ultra. Red Tiger. White.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. From 4 yards out. And the Commanders are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Burrow looking to pass. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Taken down at the 42.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Burrow. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Burrow. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Jamin Davis there to bring him down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Here we go.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 27 yards. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20.
Themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
But defensively, they're doing everything
on the out route. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
I'm sure there was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Niners are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he's been able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
110 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
11 MP, tight. 11 MP, tight.
First down, here's Burrow. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Derrick Henry saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the 49ers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They go play action here on first down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Samson Ebukam in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. looking to throw. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. They begin with Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 148 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They keep it with Henry on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Here we go.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
On one, ready?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
11 MT, take. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Here's Burrow. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. Didn't much to the end zone the last time out.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down.
11 Thomas.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
11 MT, 11 MT. Thomas.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand.
Let's go.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Now Burrow down around his goal line. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And he's out right at the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made at about the 38. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Wow, and even 200 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Here we go.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Brendan, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Here we go, here we go.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
They're going to look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
On 2, ready?
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play.
On 1, ready?
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.